What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today, in the world of indie games, we're going to be taking a look at the demo for Spark in the Dark, a game that was recently released onto Steam. There's no full version of the game yet. It's still in development, but the demo was recently released onto Steam after some time spent on itch.io. If you've never seen Spark in the Dark before, it's a dungeon-crawling hardcore RPG. And it basically is set in a grimdark universe where, for whatever reason, people keep going into this dungeon. I don't know why they keep doing it, alright? Inside the lore and the context of the game, everybody's like, you know, we don't go inside of there. And yet, once you go inside of there, there's bodies everywhere. And, like, I know that the casual retort to that will be, yeah, that's why we don't go in there. But then why is our character going in there? You know what I mean? But anyways, Spark in the Dark. It's a hardcore action RPG set in a super dark dungeon with lots of zombies and undead. I'm going to be playing it for the next 25 minutes or so. I'm going to be giving you my thoughts as I move on through. The game is not freely available for distribution yet. They're not charging money for it as of right now. They're collecting feedback, so I'm not going to go all in on it since nobody has any money riding on the line. But if I see something that I feel like needs to be adjusted, then I'll go ahead and throw it on out there for you. If after watching this, you wanted to get the demo for yourself, you can do that right now. It's freely available. I'll have a link for you down below in the description. You'll also find a link to all my social media, Twitch. You know, I'm live most days of the week, so swing on through. Come say hi. Let's go ahead and start a new game. At the beginning, we got to pick a class. We've got the Blacksmith, we've got the Warrior, we've got the Hunter, and we've got the Thief. I would probably just go with the Warrior since for the last hour or so I've been playing with the Warrior, and, you know, I feel like I'm getting a hang of it. With this game, Cursed Dungeon, I don't think is the normal difficulty. I'll be honest with you, I was playing on Forgotten Dungeon, and Forgotten Dungeon is still crazy deadly by comparison to, like, the Cursed Dungeon is hard, don't get me wrong, but Forgotten Dungeon is also not easy mode at all. You can still get pretty easily and readily, like, two-tapped. So we're going to put it on Forgotten Dungeon right here, and then we'll go ahead and jump on in. Dargroth. This place is shrouded in dark and mystery. There are terrible legends full of bloody things for centuries. The endless dungeon, mighty civilization was here, so the old people say. This place has become a haven of darkness and terrible creatures now, so alien to our world and so ancient as it is. Cursed Garrison is watching the dangerous dungeon day and night. Outcasts, scams, offenders, and other garbage are sent here to repent of their sins. It's better to die on the scaffold than to get sent to this rotten place. As the Warrior, you are accustomed to military drills, but you've always liked a little drink and some fun, as you were once punished and sent here to the Cursed Garrison. Damn the drink. The garrison reminded you of a glorious military service, but now you're left all alone in the darkness, and your friends can no longer help you here. So apparently people get sent into the dungeon as kind of like a penal disposal service, I guess. Alright, so here we are inside of the dungeon and surrounded by dead guys already. We've only been in here for like a minute. Alright, a terrible-looking dead man whose face has a grimace of horror frozen in the last moments of life. I'll take your bloody note. Sure, why not, dude? He's got heavy armor. I mean, his armor's got like 2 more defense than mine, so I guess I'll take it. Your armor does degrade in this game, as do your weapons, so this game has kind of like a migratory thing going on with it. As far as I can tell, I've played a little bit in, and there's been no option to repair or fix any of my weapons or armor, but I have found, like, whetstones and things around that seem to imply that you're able to refine your armor, make it better, or, like, your weapons and whatnot, so, like, I'm not counting it out just yet. But anyways, as of right now, from my hour or so that I've played the game, I haven't really seen any times where I was able to, like, repair my stuff. And there's a dagger over here. There's a dead guy right here. Decayed spy armor. The loadouts and the gear that you're finding on the ground, they are randomized. So my first playthrough, this guy was in, like, the heaviest of heavy plate mail. This time he's in, like, rogues-type armor. There's a sword over here. Is it any good? No, it's trash. Okay, is the shield any good? Nope. So this game has like a weird mechanic in that like the darkness hurts you. And so the entire game revolves around you having lamps and keeping those lamps lit in order to make sure that your health doesn't start decaying. There's a lamp laying right here, in case you were wondering. This is the starting lamp. And so as you can see, we're throwing a little bit of light out now. There's another dead guy over here, but I'm not really interested in him. I'm interested in this axe, which I find to be way more efficient than running that sword. That sword has like a -15 accuracy penalty, and I'm not exactly sure what that means as of right now. If you go to our inventory, you'll note that these have, like, things going on, so this causes fracture. The sword has, like, minus 15 accuracy on it. I'm not exactly sure if that means that occasionally your hits will, like, scrub off the enemy, but I did notice that with the sword, a lot of the time my blade would pass, like, directly through an enemy and wouldn't deal damage, but it didn't make, like, a sound effect or anything to imply that my blow had bounced or anything else, and so I'm not super sure about it right now after some experimenting. There's another dead guy over here. He's got... I mean, his armor looks cooler than mine, so I'm going to take it. There's also a two-handed hammer right there. I don't know if I'm into it, though. The light shield... not that good. There's a booby trap right there. Don't step on that. This game is big on, like... This game is very, very big on permanent debuffs that don't go away until you sleep. So, universally, every single time you get hit in this game, you usually get some kind of, like, grievous wound that needs to be seen to. Just don't get hit. That's my advice to you, is just do your best to not get hit. I don't know where the monsters are going to be at right now because they are randomized as well. There's a spider in here. Okay, I can deal with that. The game's control... Like, so we'll go ahead and let him do his thing right there. See if maybe I can bait a couple swings here. Come on. There we go. Monster's down, and we've triggered our battle rage, which gives us kind of like a permanent boost to our willpower. We can actually go in here and you can take a look at that. I don't know exactly what willpower does. There's no tooltips or anything when you mouse over stuff. That's absolutely going to be one of those things that they want to get tacked down before they go out for an official release. It's the modern world. It's 2021. I firmly believe that a game can only get better by you tooltipping everything. You hold your mouse over it, 1 second, little box comes up, tells you exactly what everything does. Even for dumb stuff like health. Just throw it in there. Why not? We do have skills and things that will develop as we play the game. As far as I know, you keep these in between runs. I'm not, like, totally sure on that, so we'll keep an eye on it. But, like, my character has light armor proficiency. No, he doesn't. Actually, never mind. Okay, so I guess that you don't. We do have the ability to sharpen our weapons. There's a big, like, Zweihander right here. That's 42 damage. It's got a little bit longer of a swing, but honestly, it doesn't seem like it hurts my stamina altogether that much worse than anything else. Let's go ahead and we'll hold on to the two-hander for right now. Is there anything else in here that wants to, like, beef with me? Can't kill the rat, huh? That's okay. I didn't want to kill my little rodent homie. You got anything over here? And we've got some heavy armor. Your armor will eventually degrade and break. It's going to be one of those things you probably want to keep an eye on. Ooh, both these chests are opened. These chests were closed on my last run, and they had loots inside of them. I guess not this time. The camera does control with your mouse, and it is affixed to your character. However, your character has no weight or inertia or anything, and so, like, it's actually really, really easy to use the camera system to just, like, be a cheesy bastard, which I don't have a problem doing. I'm totally fine with it. Here's a guy with a big something, like a hammer or something. There we go. Oh, a spider. That's not great. I'd rather not deal with you for right now, but the spider is faster, so I'm going to retreat to this room and kind of separate the enemies by their speed. There we go. Spider's down, and we got another willpower bonus. All right, so what do you have going on over here? Oh, he's dead. Nice. I didn't expect him to die that fast. Hell yeah. Yeah, I will loot you for your coins. And then you've got an old armor of the 4 towers, which looks like effectively we've wrapped ourselves in diapers, but I don't know. What are we doing here, spider? What are we doing here? Just a pro tip, don't get hit by the spiders. The spiders are like a major issue if you get hit by them. Alright. What you got for me? What I like to do with most of these enemies is just kind of run past them. So 2 swings and then you dive past them like that. That seems to be a strategy that works on just about everything thus far. There we go. Another one bites the dust. I do like, actually, the fidelity of, like, the blood and how the enemies get coated with blood. It actually very much reminds me, with the way that they've affixed the textures to the characters themselves, that they get more bloody. It reminds me of Dragon Age, actually, where there's, like, blood and gore, like, all over you and all over them as well. Is your sword any good? It's an old short blade. It's got the same damage as our axe. A minus 35 accuracy, though, on it. Like, I don't know if that's good or bad. I don't know if I'm, like, nerfing the enemy's accuracy when I hit them, or if, like, my accuracy is worse. It's kind of hard to say. Here, take that swing. You've earned it. Oh, I knocked the shield off his back. That's kind of cool. I actually didn't know that that was an option. I can dig it. My weapon is damaged, which is kind of unfortunate. I'll swap back to the axe for a minute. And my lamp has gone out, which is a little bit of a headache. I would like to take a look at that shield. It's got way better defense than what we're rocking, but my equipment's getting too heavy. Kind of roll out of the way and get my stamina back. Go ahead, fire off a little spoder attack right there. I dare you. There we go. Spider's down. Apparently, I've updated my bestiary as well. So we've got all the things that we've run into inside of here. This actually appears, so I died. I didn't die to this guy, but I killed him, and I was really messed up, and it was hard for me to continue. That Nis, or whatever he is. He was kind of a pain. I'm going to take my old shield back, just because this one's too heavy. It's weighing me down. I can feel the slowness. I'd like to find another two-hander around as well. He's almost dead. Come on. There we go. Perfect. I don't know if they regenerate around the lanterns the exact same way that we generate around the lanterns. I haven't really verified that yet. I've just been kind of playing around with the demo. Old Forest Scout armor. It is faster, and since I am using hit and run tactics and whatnot, it might not be the worst idea. A booby trap right there. I saw it through the darkness. Dead guy on this side with a two-handed axe. I will take your coins. I hear something, but until we have a lantern, here's what we're going to run into. So until we have a lantern, we can't find secret doors. This game is big on secret doors, and there's usually good stuff behind said secret doors. We could get a two-handed hammer, I guess, to replace this guy now that it's all beat up. Yeah, we'll get the big two-handed hammer. I'll have to get used to the swing radius on it, unfortunately. We did take a hit back there, which means with our characteristics, we're going to get nerfed a little bit, I think. Didn't we? Oh, I thought we got a debuff, but I guess it went away or something. Usually the debuffs are permanent. All right, so we got another lantern over here. We'll sit next to it for a second. We're all good. These chests were closed. You can go up on this stool right here, and you can try to open that chest. Sometimes it's locked, sometimes it's not. A durable glass bottle that has a liquid that you can't identify. Okay, I'll take it. I don't know if I'll be brave enough to actually drink it. You can sleep on any bed that you find. Just be forewarned that if you're not like in a safe area where you've cleared everything out or whatever, it seems like you get attacked pretty frequently in the dark. There's a new lantern right there, so that's great. Ah, that one's locked this time around. Gotcha. Crowbar. The small crowbar is corroded by rust. It might be useful if you need to break a lock on a chest. Yeah, you might as well. Well, it's not letting me break the lock on here. I don't know how I use the crowbar actually on the lock. I'm not super positive about that. Like, I have the crowbar in my inventory, but there doesn't seem to be any context option in order to pop open the lock. It says that that's what it's useful for, but I guess it must be lying to Splatty. Oh, the traps move around too. So I guess the whole thing is like somewhat procedural. Like the dungeon tiles themselves. What the hell is that? Okay. It put a curse on me. How dare it? I'm going back over this way, dude. I don't... Oh, hey, what's up? It's a zombo. Doink. Doink. Ow! There we go. We'll just knock him out real fast. The two-handed hammer. I have several unknown potions. Why is this relevant information that I needed to know? I mean, I don't want to drink it, but let's drink it. It's rat poison. Fantastic. All right. We drank rat poison. So I need to poison my weapon with this and not drink anymore. Yeah, that'd probably be what a smart man would do. I'm not going back into that room with whatever that creepy amoeba is, dude. I'm not trying to mess around with grimdark amoebas out here. All right, all it takes is one amoeba to get, like, into the wrong spot, like your pee hole or something, and then you have just, like, a terrible day. What's up, giant axe man? I'm just gonna, like, whittle on you a little bit, and you can let me know how that feels, okay? Look, I'll even back it up like a dump truck into you. Ooh, almost got me. You're trying real hard, man. I respect it. Ow! I've been fractured. There we go. He's down. We can also duck back in. I mean, there's so much healing available that there's nothing really stopping you from ducking back into another room and just standing next to the big healing lamp or whatever until you feel better. I like the two-handed sword a lot. I don't know if I like the rusty hammer. I'll take this just because, like, I really, really don't like the hammer. Whenever you score a hit, it doesn't stagger them for long enough to where you can actually bounce back a little bit. Okay, so we got a zombie right there. Is my health, like, bad right now? Oh, I'm regenerating. Sweet, dude. Rat poison. It'll fix what ails you. Ow. Ooh. Oh, man, got sat down. Okay, this is like the weapon of aggression right here. I like it. I like it. Although I do like that that's a little bit faster. We need to rest to get the permanent debuffs off of us. As of yet, I haven't found a place to permanently rest at. I would also appreciate like a little mini map, like a wireframe Doom style mini map that fills in as you play the game, so that you can kind of reorient yourself. Right now, I'm not lost or anything, but it's just a thought that crossed my mind. I'm a big fan of like mini maps. And what's interesting is, imprisoned here for many centuries, he was doomed to what? He was doomed to wander or something. Okay. Hello, boys. Doink. We got him with the doinkies. Oh, it's got a follow-up downward that can hit people on the ground. That's pretty nice. I sort of like that. Okay. Then break through the stone vault. Skillful people appeared as Krails, working hard all night and day. They erected thousands of halls. Yeah, this game is about research, too. If you're wondering, you can look at the dead guys that are on the ground and you'll, like, learn stuff about them. I don't know if long-term it actually adds to, like, the amount of damage or, like, the efficacy with which you disassemble these dudes. But it might. I don't know. I've noticed that if you examine bodies, you tend to unlock journal thingies. And so, like, I don't know if, like, at certain thresholds of how many of them you've inspected after murdering them, you maybe get some kind of bonus against the enemy or anything. There's a dead guy over here. I will take his coin. He's got a heavy armor. Mine's got to be getting kind of busted. I'll swap it out. Can I get up on the bed? I was going to say, it looks like there's stuff over here. Kind of. Big two-handed sword. Oh, cool. It's like a shamshir. It's like a big old giant two-handed scimitar. Okay. It's a spoder. He is angry. Alright, we got him. I need to find another lantern. If you stay in the dark for too long, it'll give you a warning and be like, the darkness is consuming you. And I'm like, no, don't consume me, darkness. Stupid spider can't climb a bookcase. What a nerd. What a nerd. Weirdly enough, the most effective way I've found to fight in this game is to back up into enemies and then run forward when they start their attack animation. Like, it works so well, dude. It works so well. And honestly, I think cheesy tactics like that will continue to work incredibly well up until the point where they add some kind of inertia and or weight or physics to the character. A lost bronze key, an old patinated bronze key. It remains to find the lock that it unlocks. Okay, I'll take it. Got another axe to replace the one that I had, too, which is sweet. And we've got a treasure chest over here. It's got the Silsor Army Sword. It's actually very light. I'll take it. I like the stun effect, though, that you get from the axes and the hammers. Like, I find that it leaves enemies open to, like, a lot more damage pretty frequently. There's another grindstone right there. I was actually kind of hoping we would find, like, a light source around here. That one seems like it'll work okay. I just stood next to it for a second, maybe to, like, reset my counter. Crowbar, huh? Yeah, I'll take it. I do like that all of the objects are kind of like environmental. Does it automatically use the key when I have a key that does something? Or is that like something that I have to... I don't know. Like, it doesn't seem to be giving me an option to actually use the crowbar on any of this stuff, even though I would very much like to. Ah, yes, the darkness is consuming me. I'm beginning to believe in a thing called love. Just listen to the rhythm of my heart. There's a chance we can make it now. We'll be rocking till the sun comes down. I believe in a thing called love. Ooh, 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 ooh. La Araña Grande. Is it dead? It appears to be dead. I'm gonna close this door right here and see if I can actually rest. This is not the best place to rest. You can hear terrible sounds of creatures from everywhere. Okay, so, like, how do I wonder if there's, like, designated safe rooms or something, like Resident Evil style, that'll have, like, their own music or what. Oh, now we can do it. You gotta close the door. Okay, yeah, let's do it. Alright, so we can sharpen our weapon. I think that's a really, really good idea. Apparently we sharpened it so good it became Russian, so, you know. Little benefits. Little benefits. So it gets plus 35% damage. That is actually fairly consequential. So it deals like 10 more damage than it normally would. Sweet. Can I do anything to patch my armor or whatever? No. Okay. We've also got our journal over here. So we can read books inside of here. Oh, yeah. We haven't seen the sunlight for decades. We made our way through the thickness of the earth from the mad and gloomy depths to the coveted surface. There, a terrible fate awaited so many. Indeed, this is the love of our great Father. It is cruel and contradictory, but it is written on the sacred tablets that his ways are inscrutable, and that he does not give a burden that his son or daughter cannot bear. We, the children of Sul, withstood. The new Turda, that's an unfortunate name, became the crown of our great way. The world we were destined to make beautiful. Maybe take it easy on the turdas. Alright. So apparently we camped, we rested, we feel much more better. Not a lot of lanterns to go around. I feel sort of naked without a lantern. Oh, there's another stele. Hold on. Dives as beautiful as flowers, they arose by the will of the Father of the Void. Sorrow and anxiety in the souls of all they dispelled, their songs, dances, and laughter. Cool. That's a sentence that I understood. You used communication. I understood that communication. Don't question it, just believe me. I hear the telltale sounds of a spoder. Spoder's down. He's been Ilima to the nated. Kind of dark and scary down here. I can't see worth a damn. Can somebody please have a lantern? Anybody? Oh. Wait, hold on. I can turn on light bulbs? I didn't even know that I could do that. All right. I guess I just never tried. Is it a chest in the corner? It is a chest in the corner. A green lamp. Oh, thank you, God. And then an old iron key. Didn't I need that? Yeah, I was going to say, I needed that for this door back here, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at it. So it was for this thing. Anything good in there? Oh, an extra lamp. That's nice. Okay, so I'll just remember. I'll just kind of like recall in my head that there's an extra lamp over there that we can play. Ooh, I don't like that hole in the wall right there. Can't activate that light. Oh, I came from this way. My bad. Apparently I got turned around somehow. It seems like... There we go. I was going to say, it seems like there's like a secret area on the other side. They may want to work on the fog of war a little bit, just because I saw that through the wall. Dude, I want to use like a bigger shield, but my armor just keeps getting heavier and heavier. Locked, can't open it. Ancient book. Okay, cupboard, locked, can't open. Couple of coins. Wonder if this connects to that other side where that curse thing was. Well, the good news is my shield actually blocks stuff now. I guess that's supposing that my stamina holds out. I should be able to block instead of running around all crazy willy-nilly like. There's secret passageway. I do like how they've sort of spackled secret passages all over the place. I don't know if I want to open that door. Hold on, I'm going to go this way first. Can turn on a light right there, which is great because our darkness resistance. Fight me! Fight me! I may put on lighter armor. Like, I feel like this shield's pretty beefy, and it's honestly tanking everything like a champ. I like that hammer right there. Is that hammer good? 45 damage, but we've got... Oh, my sharpening thing fell off already. It's a little bit heavier. Spider, can you not right now, bro? I'm currently considering... Oh, cool, we leveled up our swords. Nice. Does that do anything for me? Oops, I dropped the coin. So, like, leveling up my swords, does that, like, accomplish anything? See, once again, I need tooltips. Like, I need tooltips to tell me exactly what leveling up my swords does. Does it add damage? Does it make me swing more quickly? I find that leaving all that open to kind of, like, interpretation on the part of the player tends to be a fairly large mistake. Like, players that play RPGs tend to like granularity. They tend to like knowing exactly what this does or that does because it can greatly affect character performance. Oh, uh-oh. This is not great. Oh my God, where did you guys even come from? Oh, I'm too slow. I can't get away. I can't get away. See, when heavy armor comes a-calling, man, that's when heavy armor gets you killed. So, my thoughts about Spark in the Dark so far and what I think they should focus on going into their actual release. So I think the major fundamental issue comes from the rotational movement of the character being tied to your mouse. And largely because there's like no limit on how rapidly you can spin the character around. Because of that, I didn't really use the dodge button so much because it wasn't really necessary. Like, that rapid rotational speed allows you to pull off kind of cheesy moves and bait the enemy. And like I said earlier, the most effective way I've found to fight the enemy is actually to back into them. And when they start their swing animation, sprint forward, spin around, smack them a couple times, and then rinse and repeat. Like, with the attention to detail that they've given the game, I'm pretty positive that's not the way the devs want you to play the game. And so I think in order to balance out that rotation being attached to the mouse with no limiter, they're going to have to put some kind of weight or inertial component onto the player character to sort of limit the availability of cheesy moves like that. Because as of right now, basically just sprinting in circles around the enemy and then smacking them in the back once they start an attack animation, or backing into them, sprinting forward like I said, it sort of trivializes the combat a little bit, and like that strategy works on like all difficulties. Like it really sincerely does, and so I think some kind of weight or inertia is going to have to be added. There's also there's kind of a weightlessness to the one-handed weapon combat. Like, I feel like both the enemy attacks and the player attacks with one-handers could use a little bit more heft, a little bit more weight, a little bit more clunk. That's going to have to be applied from both the sound design direction and also from just the mechanical part of the game. The two-handed weapons feel good. I like the two-handed weapons, in fact, and I think that's why I found myself kind of like using them more than the one-handed weapons, is because they just kind of feel better. The design aesthetic is good. The armor looks really, really cool. I like how they've got kind of a mismatch between high medieval and also like more theoretical lore appropriate gear. I like the idea of your weapons and your armor being a limited resource that sort of break down over time so that you're constantly hot swapping with stuff that you just sort of scavenge off the ground. I think that that's really fertile territory for interesting gameplay. I like the idea of researching and learning the dungeon as you move through it, and how your skills grow organically with the gear types as you use them. Enemy density feels a little bit high in some areas, but like the combat was easy enough to cheese that like I didn't really worry about it. It felt like I could handle just about everything once I got the enemies kind of kited and then sorted out by speed. I also think that there's probably room for the hitboxes to be tightened up a little bit. Like I said earlier, I wasn't sure if that was tied to like the minus whatever aim stat, because there's no tooltips or whatever for those things, so I don't know exactly what they do. But I did fight enemies while I was prepping to make this video, and when I would swing my sword, you could clearly see it zoomed in passing through like the enemy character, but it wouldn't register a hit, and I wasn't exactly sure why that was, and it happened a couple different times. And so anyways, the hitboxes might need to be tightened up ever so slightly as well. It didn't happen like frequently enough to where it became an annoyance, but it did happen here and there where I was like, that's weird, my sword like just went through that guy's leg, but there was no damage being dealt. Odd. And so anyways, they might want to take a look at the hit detection and the hitboxes a little bit as well. That being said, the game is not out yet. This is just like a promo demo, so they've got plenty of time to clean things up, and I do think that they've got a really, really cool aesthetic and design going on for the game. But those are just the things that I notice at a glance, and they said that they put out the demo to collect feedback, so I figured I would give mine. My name is Splattercat. This is Spark in the Dark. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I'll be back tomorrow with something hot and fresh off the indie skillet. Don't forget to like if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see what I've got prepped for you for tomorrow morning. Bye, everybody.